Watch what's approaching, the supreme moment. Reality striking closer than it seems, don't it? Go ahead, it's for the taking if you want it. If not, the dream dies and you'll be forever haunted. Then confront it.
Good morning, everyone. On this lovely Monday, I heard about stuff dropping last night before going to bed, but I didn't want to wait around to stay up until 2 a.m. or whatever the case was to find out what exactly we were going to be getting. However, this morning I did see the scans for the VJUMP Leaks come out, and looks like for the upcoming DokkanFest, it looks to be a transforming Kefla unit. So we'll start off with the main source of information. I guess this is coming from DBS Hype, since I do see the watermark here. But it's going to be a Kefla unit base starting out, and then of course with the Dokkan Awaken, it'll still be the base form Kefla. However, with the passive skill, that unit will transform into the Super Saiyan version, and then with the second passive skill, upon the Super Saiyan status, that will end up transforming into the Super Saiyan 2 version of Kefla. So that's going to be the next coming DokkanFest coming up. In terms of the timing of it, I'm trying to look at the information on here, looking through the VJUMP Scan indicators of any dates set for when it might be dropping. I can't really see at this point based on the scan. I'm looking through all the stuff, and yeah, I don't see specific timing of it, but I would imagine it's coming up pretty soon, probably like, next week, something like that. All right, so with that being said, that's all cool and all good, but that's pretty much limited to what we know at this point. However, there are two categories that are not two categories, but two additional units that are getting an Extreme Z Awakening, and I think this is quite honestly very exciting for me. The physical Berserker Kale unit and the Agility Super Saiyan 2 Caulifla unit are also getting an Extreme Z Awakening. That is going to be very, very nice. In terms of the units themselves, we don't really have any details as to what they become. However, if you take a look at this section, there's going to be skill orbs specific to the Universe 6 category units. So that's going to be quite interesting, and I think because it is specific to these guys, or units in that category, it's going to make decision making a little bit easier to assign it for these guys. I'm actually quite excited about Berserker Kale's EZA, to be honest with you. And then the Caulifla unit also is potentially going to be very good with the upgrades on the EZA. This stuff right here, it's more or less an introduction to the skill orbs of what they are, and just basic information on parameters and stuff like that. So I'm not really going to cover that. It's just telling you about the types of skill orbs and how you can get them through events and missions. So not really important, but I think the takeaways from this is, of course, a new DokkanFest Kefla transforming Kefla unit. It's going through two different stages of transformations, similar to Gotenks, right? So you start off with the base, and then passive skill activates the transformation for the Super Saiyan version, and then another passive skill upon this state will transform into the Super Saiyan 2. Along with that, we do have two EZAs coming up for these two units. I expect a lot out of these two units, especially Berserker Kale, to be honest with you. So let's move on and actually talk about these units. So we'll start off with the Berserker Kale. So I am actually expecting something similar to the physical type legendary Super Saiyan Broly unit. Broly's EZA was very, very good. So if it's somewhat close to that level, I will be highly satisfied. Of course, she has the ability to launch an additional attack, which has a great chance to becoming a super attack. So very, very beneficial. I think with the potential levels, I have level 14 additional attack, level 12 critical. So I'll probably keep it that way, just to focus on trying to get 3 super attacks in a row type deal. I'm not quite sure, the upgrades we would see with that, but lowers defense, that'll probably likely change to greatly lowers defense as well, and then some built-in, hopefully maybe some defensive boost out of this as well with the EZA. But I expect this unit to be very good with the EZA. I mean, she's actually pretty decent still. I don't really use her a whole lot nowadays, but when she did first come out, she was very useful for me. And then of course the agility Caulifla unit. So this one is a little bit more outdated, I would say, because even though she does have a high chance to evade enemy attacks, including supers, and then medium chance to evade, high chance to evade enemies attack, including supers, or medium chance to evade enemies super attack and counter, which horrendous power. So we'll have to see, what exactly takes place here. Maybe this will change the great chance, which is going to be quite high. High chance is 50%, I think, and then the great chance would be 70%. So that is quite a bit of an increase in numbers. And then medium chance is 25% equivalent, I believe. So yeah, it's going to be pretty interesting to see how this turns out. I do expect a lot out of these two units, to be quite honest. The only takeaway from this, right, with the information being revealed about this, the only thing I worry about is I feel like I'm not going to like the banners featured list, the list of featured units. I feel like I'm not really necessarily going to like it because, I can already tell the units that are going to be on there, and then I feel like, it's just pinpointing down to the new unit. Maybe one or two would be beneficial, but I expect units like the Tech Hit, Strength Jiren, maybe even the Strength Topo unit. Probably these two guys might be on there, but yeah, I mean, I don't know, like it's one of those feelings I have. But the one thing I guess I will close out by saying is I hope this is an actual Extreme Z battle stage of 30 instead of the Extreme Z area. We'll have to see what happens with that, but yeah, this will likely be taking place end of the month. I think last year around this time, the Namek Saga transforming Super Saiyan Goku unit came around the end of the month, so I would imagine this is kind of a similar schedule as well this year. So that pretty much wraps up the VJUMP scan and the information that came with it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it, found it helpful, and as always, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys later. All right, peace out.